Hi guys, how is everybody today? Well, it's a small, intimate venue today. How is everybody? How are you? Where you are in the world? What's the weather like? What are you up to? Are you well? Are you healthy? So I've just been having a funny few days with the old trolleths on YouTube that I think most people struggle with. Most people have them now. It seems to be a sort of very modern phenomenon. And it was interesting because it ended up being like a whole day affair, as it were, and that somebody made a video about me. I won't say who the channel is because why would I? I have no interest in her. And obviously did a video of me, you know, walking and talking like Mary Poppins, you know, that old Dick Van Dyke English, because that's hilarious. And yeah, all found all this very funny, and she kind of is part of a certain group who have targeted me before and made things pretty difficult for no reason what I can see. I've tried to speak to these people, I've tried to get help, I've tried everything I can, but these people just keep getting at me and will not let me kind of go, as it were. They kind of follow me around. When I make a video, they then make a video taking the piss out of my video. They put up witches' faces on, you know, as a profile picture. They call me fit of slime, fit of this, and it's coming from all directions, you know. And it's really interesting because when I try to offer up or try to speak to these people, what I'm met with is just more abuse. More and more and more. And no matter what I do or what a person does in the face of this, at some point you have to realize that this isn't a person who is behaving healthily. So you can't actually approach them in a healthy way or converse with them in a way that it would feel logical to you, to oneself. Because any person who has multiple accounts, hiding in all of them, different names, trolling, not making much content themselves, but just having a hell of a lot of comments on others, is a person who probably isn't behaving in the best way they possibly could. So I tried then to say, hey, listen, what's the problem? What is it? What do you want? What do you want from me? Why do you keep making videos about me? What is it you don't like about me? And the person didn't really say anything cohesive. But what happened was I offered a truce. I offered a peace offering, an olive branch, and then it was kind of sort of shrugged off. And then all of the other trolls, the zombies, was kind of dropped in. These people that are just waiting in the wings, dormant, as I said before, and then go, and then come out, and they did, you've done this, you've done that, what's happened, what's happened, what's happened, she's done this, or she's done this before, or whatever. And was just hit on all sides by all this sort of conflama, as it were, conflict and drama. And it didn't stop, it went on and on and on. And the accusations became more ridiculous. Why are you over here on my channel? Why are you abusing me? But I offered you an olive branch. Why are you offering a branch? Doesn't really mean that. She's just being ridiculous. She's in this group, she's in that group, she's done this, she thought I was this. And no matter what you do, it's like quicksand. The more you move, the deeper you're gonna get into this. Because as a group, the only thing they have to do is to create chaos and drama, because they don't have anything else to talk about. If that was taken away, and if everything was okay and everything was peaceful, what would they have to say? Because they don't say anything peaceful or positive. And it's really interesting, all the same language is used. All the we, you know, as if there's a sort of legion, a group of them, often aping words that I would have said, or the victim would have said, aping back at them. Of course, the insults. And it's really interesting because it's the first time I've actually approached a troll and asked and said, what do you want? What is it? What can we do? let's just, you go your way, I'll go my way, and then let's just forget it. I don't want to be part of what's going on with you. I have no idea how I ended up in this situation. I just make videos about a certain thing, and that's it. I don't do anything to hurt anyone, and my main course of action is to just show the Rusek families that they're respected on social media, and that people like Alan Winnecombe aren't the norm, and that people like these trolls aren't the norm, that there are actually good people, that somebody, the Tasmanian Devil, who bullies people relentlessly on her channel under the guise of being a seeker or fishing out the truth. Absolute rubbish. The woman just abuses. That's all her channel is about. And it's got to the point now where she's done it to everybody. And you have to ask yourself, hold on, so is everybody else a complete lie but you? I find that hard to believe. And it's the same with these trolls. They've done it to everyone, because I've spoken around, we all talk, and they've done it to everyone, right? So it's not personal to me. It's got to be something to do with them, because not all of us can all have the exact same things wrong with us, because we've all compared notes, we all talk, and it's all the same insults. Varying from person to person. Obviously, I get the much more, I have a this face, that face, I look like this, I look like that. Oh, you love yourself so much. It's ridiculous, because it's not personal, because these people don't know anything about me. My point is that if you are getting abuse, in the UK especially, and I'm sure in Ireland, that you can, it's taken very, very seriously, this kind of stuff. Especially if the people who are trolling you or abusing you or harassing you have a criminal record, which is very likely, because people who create chaos normally have a lot of chaos in their lives anyway, in their personal lives. Lots of police records, either, crime, broken relationships, whatever that means to you. Lots of chaos surrounds them. So very often they've got a police record already. So the police might already know about them. And very often they've done it to other people as well. So again, the police would probably know about them. So you can always report them, especially in the UK. Very hot on that in the UK. Speak to someone about it. Speak to someone, because it's this kind of stuff that destroys people. These kind of games. And to remember, to these people, this is a sport. Trolling is a sport. The more you notice them, the more you feed them, obviously the more satisfied they are. And that's the way it works, because these people aren't the norm, as it were. Remember, you can't rationalize with them. You can't talk to them compassionately. You can't ask for respect the same way that you're giving. You can't ask for peace. You can't ask for anything, because these people only want to destroy and cause chaos. Whoever they target, and they've targeted most of us, which is why I know that how ridiculous this really is. And yes, the insults have got to the point now where I'm talking about it, because it should be put into the light, because this shouldn't be happening on a social media platform, especially to a tiny little channel like me, who just is trying to stand up for people not getting scammed by a certain couple of people. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Why these people are after me, but they're after me. So I have to talk about it, because there might be other people out there who they're after. Other people might be having the same experience. I know the We Irish one. I know other people have had such harassment. I won't mention names because it's not fair on them. And it's a certain group. And we all know it's a certain group. We can't stop them. It's impossible now, because they're too far gone. But we can start to talk about it amongst ourselves, and we can start to bring it into the light, and then maybe take action against that, whatever that action may be. I don't want to feel threatened on YouTube. I don't want to be bullied off YouTube when I haven't done anything. I don't want to go around in my life feeling like I'm the ugliest person in the world. Why should I? why do I deserve that? I deserve a voice, just like anyone else, right? And I normally am quite flippant about this, and I normally don't say how bad it is, but the way that these people act is bad. And these are bad, bad people. And it takes a lot to get me to say that someone is a bad person. But odious is the only word I know how to describe these people. Because I saw, shockingly, even a worse side than what I'd seen before when I tried to approach these people. And for anyone who knows the channel, you can see that even though I stepped out of the actual conflama, it's still going on amongst themselves. Because there's so many different characters, so many different alts, so many different personalities they have, they're so coiled up like a spring that it's still going on and on and on. And then in fact they start showing off about the effect that they've had. So it's like what I said in my last video about the cognitive way they recognize things, but they don't actually feel it themselves. They have no effect. They only know that it hurts other people. That's what they do. So if there's many, many instances, especially in this community, that you can see in the comment sections of videos, the trolling and the bullying and the abuse happening, if you so happen to want to go down that cul-de-sac of the unwell. So yes, that's what's been happening, and I'm lucky that I've got incredibly strong people supporting me now, incredibly strong people I speak to, incredibly good people, really good people, genuinely, and that's why they have such incredible subs as well. And that's just why I have such incredible subs, that every comment I look at is different and new, and it's a different person. It's not all the same people, it's a different people, all adding together and commenting. It's what YouTube should be like, right? Sharing ideas, commenting. I don't want to have to make videos like this. You know, I just want to get on with what I do, and the people who want to abuse can get on with what they do. But now that it takes up my time and it makes me feel a certain way, and I'm a really strong person, so I don't let it affect me really that much. But God, if I wasn't, or if there was someone more vulnerable, and we're all vulnerable, it's devastating. I've known these people drive people into the ground, drive people off YouTube. They're known for it. And I wanted to know why. And if it was possible to change the dynamic and make peace. And I realized that it wasn't. That abusive people are abusive people. And trying to find the good in them sometimes isn't possible. So my point is that anyone, who's being bullied, speak to someone, talk about it, explain it, and don't feel alone. Don't shut down, because that's the worst thing you can do. You need to share it, because there might be someone else who's also having the same thing. And if you want to, you can always share it with me. I'm always here, so talk about it. I hope everyone is having a good day, and I hope no one is getting trolled or abused or ridiculed or mocked or being told that they look like dead creatures, etc. online, because I would hate to hear that about anyone else, let alone myself. It's not just about oneself, it's about the group, the whole, right? If the coronavirus is anything to go by, we should have learned that by now, that it's not just about us, it's about everyone in society. It's about us all helping each other and supporting each other and giving to each other and allowing ourselves to take from each other as well.